Good day. We are Aqua Squad, and here is our science project. Gravity-powered water filter is a homemade filtration system that is powered by gravity instead of being powered by high-input electricity. This homemade filtration consists of two systems, which are the filtration of water and the UVC cleansing, thus providing clean and virus-free water. Everyone everywhere has the right to access water. Unfortunately, billions of people worldwide have no access to safely managed drinking water, which is defined as water that is accessible, available, and free from contamination. 1 in 10 people do not have access to improved water sources in the Philippines. In fact, in 2016, one of the top 10 leading causes of death in the Philippines was acute watery diarrhea, claiming over 100,000 lives. The situation is worsened as the country is beset by the El Nino phenomena and the climate change that contribute to an increase in temperature, drying up the water sources. Inadequate and intermittent water supply in other parts of the country can have serious health consequences. When water is scarce, people are forced to rely on drinking water sources that may not be safe. They may also lack sufficient water for basic hygiene, such as washing themselves and their clothes to prevent infection. Lastly, low or negative pressure water in pipes because of short supply can attract contaminants, putting water quality at risk once water supply is restored. Moving on. 91% of the nation's estimated 100.7 million residents have access to at least essential water services. However, access is severely inequitable throughout the country, with the regional primary water services access varying from 62% to 100%. Only 80% of the lowest quintile families have access to essential water services. In addition, 6 million Filipinos continue to defecate in the open, and an additional 20 million cannot even use the simplest of sanitary facilities. Regional coverage ranges from 22 to 86%. Although 75 million Filipinos have access to essential sanitation services at a national level. Here is Jiro Cascolan to explain the mechanics.
Thank you, Frank. So, our device make use of gravity as its gravitational force in pushing the water through the filters. Our design is in great contrast to regular water filters, which requires immense pressure, maintenance, and electricity to work. In filtering the water passes through 5 stages of filters, and in between each of the first 4 filters are thick towels that help in the separation and further filtration of the water. The first filter of the device is silica sand. This sand is known for its uniform shape and micro size. These characteristics make it a good and consistent filter. Furthermore, this kind of sand does not degrade when exposed to acidic chemicals. The second filter is crushed stone number 5. These are stones that are 1 inch or smaller in size. These stones are perfect for serving as a second filter for debris and dirt remaining in the water. Just below the second filter is crushed stone number 10, which is known as screening or dust. These stones serve as a more intense filter for debris and then help ensure that there will be little to no dirt left in the water. The third stage is American carbon, which is an active carbon. These carbons function as a highly absorbent powdered filter, made by carbonization and chemical activation, which is used chiefly for purifying things through absorption. Furthermore, the microscopic and chemical properties of this carbon helps in the filtration of common viruses and diseases contained in water. The fourth stage is another layer of crushed stone number 10, which is there to help prevent the active carbons from falling through and mixing with the water. The fifth and final stage is that the water will pass through a 12-inch long germicidal UVC, which will help guarantee the elimination of viruses and the cleanliness of the water. Over here are the materials we use for the project. Some are which are one sack of silica sand, one sack of gravel number 5, one sack of gravel number 10, one sack of American carbon or charcoal, one UVC germicidal lamp, and one drum or bucket of 64 liters of capacity. Others include 6 pieces of PVC 3 inches, 6 pieces of PVC TPB, 2 pieces of screw of 2 inches, and the tools you will need for this project are a grinder, a drill, a hacksaw blade, and a drill bit 3/8. So to help us learn more about the quality and benefits of our water filter is Krisha Cabrera.
So, how did we know that our water is safer and more distilled than the water from the dispenser? To ensure that our water is guaranteed clean and safe, we gathered professional water technicians from H2O Life Source Philippines. They conducted a pH water test which showed that our water's pH level is 7.5, which is considered slightly alkaline. Furthermore, these results show that our water filter provides a significantly more mineral-rich water than distilled water from common water dispensers, and that our water is safe and healthy to drink. Moving on to the social benefits of clean water. For the economic development, poverty and lack of clean water go hand in hand. And a key component to eliminating poverty is having access to safe water. When water supplies are improved and sustainable, it significantly enhances a community's economic growth and reduces poverty. With the proper water flow, middle-income families or far-flung barangays will now have the opportunity to have guaranteed clean water that is drinkable. Having the guarantee of having invested in personal clean water provides an economic return for having lower health costs. As for the food security, with access to clean water, agriculture is improved and poverty is reduced. A significant percentage of those who don't have access to safe water live in rural communities. They rely on agriculture for healthy food as well as to produce income from their crops' yield. Access to clean water means crops aren't irrigated with contaminated water, and communities don't have to eat contaminated food. As for our personal well-being, adequate access to clean water allows communities to thrive mentally and spiritually. Physically, clean water keeps people hydrated. Water is an essential component of our lives. It affects individuals, but is also a crucial aspect of the ecosystem. Water is utilized in daily activities such as showering, restroom use, cleaning the dishes, and other household things. And this also keeps us hydrated and influences interior activities such as digestion. Plants, animals, and people would all perish without water. However, not everyone has the luxury of having access to safe drinking water. That is all for our presentation. These are our references. And I am Krisha Cabrera, and these are my group mates, Alex Carion, who made this beautiful PowerPoint, Jiro Caswalan, and Frank Plaza, who researched for information, as well as the people who built the gravity filter. That is all. Thank you.